All right, let's just dive right into this explainer and totally shatter, absolutely destroy, the biggest myth in personal finance. You know the one. We've all been sold this idea that you need a massive six-figure salary or you gotta be some hotshot tech founder to build true generational wealth. But today, we're gonna look at some incredible data and strategies that completely prove otherwise. We're gonna break down exactly how you can architect absolute financial freedom on a completely ordinary everyday salary.
So let's kick things off with a pretty provocative question, one that honestly challenges everything we've been taught about saving money. Can a modest 10,000 rupee monthly salary actually build a multi-crore empire? I know, it sounds totally like clickbait, right? But stick with me, because I promise you, by the end of this explainer, you're gonna see the exact mathematical blueprint of how it actually happens. It's not about making some lucky crypto bet or anything. It's literally about completely rewiring your financial software.
It's wild, but simply flipping a super basic math equation completely changes your financial destiny. See, most of us operate on what we call the poor mindset formula. It goes like this. We earn our income, we pay all our expenses, rent, food, having fun, and whatever happens to be left over, that tiny little surplus, is what we save. But the rich mindset formula, it totally flips this on its head. It says income minus investment equals expenses. You invest first, and then you literally force your lifestyle to fit into whatever's left over.
The real secret sauce here is taking away your own temptation. You do this by creating a completely isolated wealth account, and it's just a simple three-step pay-yourself-first system. First, you open a secondary bank account. Second, you set up an automatic transfer for payday. Like if you earn 10,000 rupees and you want to save 2,000, that money moves automatically while you're literally still sleeping. And third, and guys, this is the absolute genius part, you make it read-only. No debit card, no checkbook, nothing. You literally cannot spend this money on a whim if you tried. Its one and only job is to be automatically routed right into your investments.
Section 1. Path A, the trap of looking rich.
Okay, let's meet Amit. Amit represents, well, probably about 95% of the working population. He starts his career with that exact modest 10,000 rupees salary we talked about, and we're going to track exactly where his money goes. In year one, he spends it all on rent and just, surviving. Zero surplus. Nada. By year two, hey, he gets a raise to 15,000, so he should be saving 5,000 now, right? Wrong. He buys a fancy new bike on EMI. By year three, he's up to 25,000, but he gets married, upgrades his flat. Year four rolls around, he has a kid, hits a financial emergency, and suddenly he's relying on a credit card just to pay the hospital bills. Notice how, as his income slowly rises, his liabilities, all those EMIs and lifestyle costs, they grow even faster just to match his new tax bracket. His actual surplus, still stuck at absolute zero.
Basically, Amit falls right headfirst into the society trap. He is spending money he straight up doesn't have, just to avoid looking poor in front of his peers. He's borrowing from his parents for a down payment, he's taking on EMIs for a bike, then later a car, and he's making that fatal mistake of confusing his credit card limit with his actual bank balance. He is quite literally trading his future wealth for the temporary fleeting illusion of looking rich today.
Section 2. Path B, the architect of wealth.
Now let's contrast Amit with Raj. Raj starts with the exact same 10,000 rupee salary, at the exact same time as Amit. But just watch how his delayed gratification totally sets the stage for exponential growth. In year one, Raj deliberately lowers his living standards. He finds a slightly cheaper room and funnels that extra 1,000 rupees straight into a recurring deposit. In year two, instead of just wandering around after work or scrolling on his phone, he actually learns a side skill, let's say making YouTube thumbnails. By year four, he saved enough to buy a modest bike in pure hard cash, zero EMIs. And by year five, well, his side hustle is booming so much that he actually hires 2 people to do the design work for him.
So, we really need to talk about the massive secret hidden in these numbers. 6 to 9. Seriously, I want you to stop and think about what you do between the hours of 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. every single evening.
Because here's the thing, while your 9 to 6 job pays your immediate bills, that 6 to 9 window, that is exactly where actual millionaires are forged. In your 9 to 6, you are just selling your time, right? And your earning potential is strictly capped because, well, there's only 24 hours in a day. But from 6 to 9 p.m., you have the freedom to build extra skills. Raj used this exact block of time to learn a skill, and eventually he used that extra income to hire 2 other people. He shifted from selling his own time to buying other people's time. This effectively multiplied his earning hours way beyond that strict 24-hour daily limit. It's an absolute game changer.
Moving on to Section 3. The metaphor of true wealth.
Listen, if you take away only one single thing from this entire explainer, Please let it be this phrase: love your grandson. Now, I know, this sounds like some sweet, wholesome family advice, but actually, it is the ultimate hardcore rule of luxury consumption and building serious wealth.
So here is how this whole metaphor actually works. Your direct, hard-earned income, that's your child. And you don't just spend your child, right? You put your child to work in the form of investments. Now, the interest in the returns that those investments generate over time, that is your grandson. And just like in real life, you get to completely spoil your grandson. The golden rule here is you never, ever spend your principal on cars or flashy phones. You let your principal earn interest, and you only spend the interest. If you want a luxury car, you wait. You wait until your investments generate enough passive income to just pay for it automatically.
Section 4. The 20-year reality check.
All right, let's fast forward 20 whole years and put Amit and Raj right side by side to see the real compound effect of those daily choices. They've both progressed in their careers, but the visual disparity here is honestly shocking. Both guys now earn a highly respectable 1.5 lakh per month from their day jobs, but Amit, he is totally trapped. He's got a massive home loan for some luxury flat, a huge car EOI, expensive society fees, and absolutely zero assets to his name. The guy is literally one missed paycheck away from a total disaster. But then you look at Raj. He earns his 1.5 lakh salary plus another 1.5 lakh from his side business. He has zero EMIs, none. He built his own house in pure cash. His early investments, they've compounded into a massive 10 crore net worth. He is living with absolute, untouchable peace of mind.
Section 5. The math of early action. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, okay, well, I'll just wait until I earn a higher salary later on, and then I'll just start saving big chunks of money then. That's the safest bet. But the math actually proves that time is a far, far greater multiplier than money. Just look at the late investor here. They wait until they're older, and then they aggressively invest 10,000 rupees every single month for 20 years. They end up with about 1.3 crore. Not bad. But now look at the early investor. They start right away, but they only invest a tiny, almost unnoticeable 1,000 rupees a month. Because they let it compound for 40 years, they end up with over 3 crore. That is mind-blowing. They invested 10 times less money out of their own pocket, but they ended up with more than double the wealth. Why? Entirely because they gave it more time.
Which perfectly brings us to this number, 100 rupees. Listen, even an amount as small as 100 rupees, if you systematically invest it early, it kickstarts that wealth-building process. It's not even really about the 100 rupees, honestly. It's about the psychological shift. Setting up that automated transfer, no matter how tiny it is, it completely shifts your mindset from being a consumer to being an owner. It builds up that crucial muscle of discipline that you're going to absolutely need to handle the big money when it finally arrives.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to take a hard, honest look at your own daily habits and just ask yourself, which destiny are you ultimately writing for yourself? Are you constantly upgrading your lifestyle just to impress people you don't even really like, falling right into Amit's trap? Or are you quietly building your empire in that 6 to 9 window, delaying your gratification and letting your wealth silently compound, just like Raj? The math is sitting right in front of you. The choice of which path to take, starting tonight, that is entirely up to you.